What if everything you've been told about U.S. India trade was a lie?
Today, the U.S. trade deficit with India is almost $100 billion.
U.S. President Donald Trump says India is ripping America off. He claims there's a $100 billion trade deficit, that India's tariffs are sky high, that it's all unfair, and he's promised to fix it with tough deals and big taxes. But here's the truth. Those numbers are wildly misleading, and the real story might surprise you. Trump has always pitched himself as a master negotiator, a deal maker. He even claimed he used trade talks to broker peace between India and Pakistan.
Days ago, my administration successfully brokered a historic ceasefire to stop the escalating violence between India and Pakistan. And I used trade to a large extent to do it. I said, fellas, come on, let's make a deal. Let's do some trading. Let's not trade nuclear missiles. Let's trade the things that you make so beautifully.
I said, fellas, let's make a deal. Let's not trade nuclear missiles. Let's trade the beautiful things you make. Sounds like a diplomatic breakthrough, but none of it actually happened. Still, Trump's obsession with winning in trade continues, and now, India is in his crosshairs again. Trump says America runs a $100 billion trade deficit with India. But according to a deep analysis by Indian think tanks, the numbers don't add up. If you include services, licensing, student spending, and digital revenue, the U.S. actually earns far more from India than it loses. Let's break it down. Every year, Indian students in the U.S. spend over $25 billion. That's tuition fees, housing, food, and living expenses. Big tech giants like Google, Meta, Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft pull in $15 to $20 billion annually through cloud services, advertising, app stores, and subscriptions, all flowing back to the U.S. Then there's Wall Street and major consultancy firms, handling Indian investments, mergers, and market strategies, earning another $10 to $15 billion. U.S. pharmaceutical companies make $2 billion through patents and licensing deals. Auto companies and design services add another $1 billion. And don't forget Hollywood and streaming platforms, earning over $1 billion from Indian viewers. Put it all together, America is raking in around $80 to $85 billion from India each year. So no, the U.S. isn't losing, it's thriving. But instead of acknowledging that, Trump is doubling down. He's demanding a zero-tariff regime from India, citing fair trade, even as the U.S. itself continues to impose tariffs on dozens of Indian goods. When India pushed back, the U.S. took it to the World Trade Organization. But here's the twist. India actually won. In May 2025, the WTO ruled that America's claims of unfair Indian trade practices were unfounded. India, it turns out, had followed global norms. So much for Trump's unfair argument. Trump isn't stopping there. Just days after the WTO ruling, the United States Embassy in India issued a warning to Indian students. If they take unapproved leave, their visas could be revoked and future applications denied. It looked less like immigration policy and more like pressure tactics. And that's not all. Trump is now targeting Indian remittances. Under a new budget proposal, every dollar sent home by Indian workers in the United States could face a 3.5% tax. No exemptions, no cap. I've already broken this down in detail. The economic impact, the political strategy, and who really pays the price. Check out my latest video for the full story. The link is in the description box below. Even manufacturing is in Trump's sights.
We have Apple, as you know, it's coming in. And I had a little problem with Tim Cook yesterday. I said to him, Tim, you're my friend, I've treated you very good. You're coming in with $500 billion, but now I hear you're building all over India. I don't want you building in India. Now you gotta build us. We're not interested in you building in India.
Apple and Samsung, both of which manufacture in India, are being warned, build your factories in the United States, or get hit with 25% import tariffs. And if they don't, Trump says you're not selling into America without paying up. This isn't about balancing trade, it's about shifting power. Trump's demands may sound like smart politics, but the data tells a different story. India is not draining America's wealth, it's powering its economy in education, tech, finance, and media. The trade narrative being sold is full of holes, and if India pushes back, it's the United States that has more to lose. The next time someone says India is ripping off America, show them the numbers. If you found this perspective eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more sharp, data-driven breakdowns on global affairs. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Trump's trade war helps or hurts the United States? And don't forget to check the description for the detailed video on remittances and what it really means for Indian families abroad. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.